Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kyra, and here on my channel we are all about real makeup for real life and real people. If you are new here, I do want to say a very special welcome to you. I hope you will consider subscribing if you like what you see today. It helps you find my videos more easily on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday when I upload, and allegedly, if you ring that little notification bell right next to the subscribe button, YouTube will let you know when that happens. So in today's video, I'm going to bring to you 4 looks with the new Charlotte Tilbury Bejewelled Eyes to Hypnotise Holiday Eyeshadow Palette. You have 4 trios in this palette, and I used each one of them to create a look. I also paired a Charlotte Tilbury lipstick with each of the looks, one that I would recommend with each trio if you're interested in that type of thing, as well as I am wearing all of my Charlotte Tilbury makeup in each of the looks as well. So make sure to check that description box down below, expand it, and it will tell you what other Charlotte Tilbury makeup I was wearing in each look. But that is not all, my friends. I am also going to be reviewing today the limited edition Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Superstar Glow Highlighter for face and body. And she looks like this. I did incorporate this as an inner corner and things like that for a few of the looks. And I also demonstrate it on my face in the last look, which is the one that I'm wearing now. So stay tuned for that. We better get into the looks because I already know this is going to be a long one. Guys, welcome to the first look with the Charlotte Tilbury Bejewelled Eyes to Hypnotise. And I'm very excited, if you can't tell. I think I'm going to start off the look at least with the Happy Glow trio, which is the first trio in the palette. And I think I'm just going to be going into the center shade in this trio, which is always the Enhance shade. And I'm just going to get this started in the crease, but I'm going to start by placing my brush on the outer part of the lid. Okay, I'm not liking that brush. Sorry. Ta-ta. Should have gone with my instinct. Should have gone for the big fluffy. All right, picking up that original brush that I had, I'm gonna pack a little bit more of this on the outer part of the lid and then just kind of deepen things up in the crease a bit. And I'm going to pick up the same shade. I'm going to pick up the same shade on this little flat brush from Real Techniques and just run this along the lower lash line. I'm going to go into the very first shade in the palette, which is the prime shade for the Happy Glow trio. And I picked this up on my finger, and I'm going to pretty much apply this over my entire lid, except for the very outer part where we have the matte shade, and even a little bit up into the crease. If there's one thing that Charlotte doesn't have a problem with, it's putting shimmers in the crease, and I'm of the same mind, personally. This is building beautifully. It's got that shine factor I'm looking for. I think this would be a beautiful, very quick, everyday look that you could create with this palette. The last shade in this trio is this one right here, which is the Happy Glow Smoke shade. Would not call anything about this shade smoky, but look at that shine. And I'm gonna do this shade in the very center. That's pretty. Kind of orangey, almost coppery. We might try and layer the other shimmer on top of this one and see what we get. So I was thinking this one would be lighter than the other one, but it seems like it might be darker. So let's try going back into the previous shade. Well, it's a little lighter, but it takes away the shine a little. What do I feel like I need? I feel like I need depth, a little bit of depth, just a little bit. So I'm going to go into the last trio, which is the Seduce Glow trio. And this center shade here is like a nice deep brown shade. So I'm going to take that same brush that we used for the lower lash line. And I'm going to put this on the very outer part of the lid, kind of along the lower lash line. Upper lash line. Yes. And then just sort of feather that in a little bit. It's not going to do a ton, but it's going to be just enough, I think. And then for the inner corner, I'm going to go in with the new highlight. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Superstar Glow highlighter. I'm going to just take a pencil brush and pick a little of this up and take this kind of just around the tear duct a little. All right, I think that's going to be it for this look. I'm going to pop off of here, do some liner, mascara, and a lip. I don't know if I'll do the lip on camera or not, but either way, there's going to be a Charlotte Tilbury lip, and I'll tell you what it is, so BRB. All right, we're back, and I decided to do lips with you guys. I can speed through it, right? So for today's look, I decided that of the lipsticks that I own from Charlotte Tilbury, I feel like my newest lipstick from Charlotte is the most appropriate, or the one that would look the best, which is this shade right here, which is Walk of No Shame. So here we go. I'm going to start off with the lip liner because I have that too. And like I said, this is new to me. Ta-da! I did finish off the eyes with my Wet n Wild brown eyeliner, and then this is the Hourglass Caution mascara. That's what I used today. So look, I love the shades that I used today. That was no surprise to me, and the only thing that was surprising to me was the shade that I thought was going to be lighter because it was shinier was actually darker, if that makes sense. But I can already tell that there's a lot of versatility to be had from this palette. I'm really looking forward to getting into the other trios. Some of them I may add shades from other trios. Some of them I might just use them as they are. But I do have a Charlotte Tilbury lip for each one, and make sure to check out the description box below if you're curious what other makeup I'm wearing on my face from Charlotte today. Welcome to the second look. I figured out in the editing process yesterday that I need to shut my mouth a little more so that this video won't be super duper long. Or let me know in the comments if you don't care if my videos are long. But we're going to go into the Love Glow trio today. And I think I should mention that I wouldn't typically do an all pinky red type of look, but I am today for the sake of science. But I will use these shades. I just wouldn't use them all together typically. So let's do that. I'm going to go first into this middle shade, which is the Enhance shade. And I'm picking it up on this sort of fluffy but flat brush. If you're familiar, I call this my teddy bear brush from Beauty Junkies. And I'm going to first kind of place this on the lid, a lot of the lid. And then I'm going to flip my brush and just ever so slightly bring it up into the crease. And then now I'm just going to take a clean fluffy and just kind of blur the edges of this shade. It's like almost like a ruby color. Okay, not gonna lie. This is very pretty. All right, I'm gonna wipe off my teddy bear brush. I call it that because it's as soft as a teddy bear. and I can link it down below if you like. It's from Beauty Junkies. Next, I'm going to go into the first shade from the Love Glow Trio, which is always called the Prime shade. Pick that up on the teddy bear brush, and we're going to put this at the front of the lid. This is a really pretty little pink number. Pull this up in the transition a little, and then just kind of blend it to meet with the ruby shade where it's up in the crease. And I'm just gonna punch that up a little bit with the same shade on my finger. Okay, before we go into the last shade, I'm gonna apply a little bit of eyeliner. I have here the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk eyeliner, and I'm going to attempt to make it so that you can see it, so I'm not looking down too much. I'm gonna do a little wing situation on top and then line a little bit of the bottom, and then we're gonna go into the last shade and sort of smudge things out. So here we go. All right, now that we have that done, I feel a lot better about this look. And we're gonna go ahead and go into the last shade in this trio, which is a matte ruby color. I have this little angled brush that I usually use for smudging out my eyeliner with no product on it, but today we're going to kind of smudge things out with this red shade. For the inner corner, I'm going to pull back in the highlighter, and I am loving this so far. Still testing it, so the verdict's out, but I do want to put some of this right under the brow arch today. And on the inner corner. And this is all she wrote. I'm gonna pop off of here and do some mascara, a lip, maybe a lip. Yes, I think I'll save time and put the lip on before I come back. Do something with the hair that looks crazier than usual, and then we will look at the completed look. All right, we are back, party people. This is the completed look. I finished off the eyes with a nude liner in the lower inner rim. Especially with like red and pink eyeshadows, I like to do that. And then the lashes are Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect, a favorite, a new favorite. And then for lips, I use my Milani Understatement lip liner in the shade Nude Entrance, and the lipstick I'm wearing from Charlotte today is the Pillow Talk. I have this one, and then I have mini size as well. This is my Shop My Stash this month, and I'm gonna try and use it up. So I thought it would pair nicely with this look. I don't hate this look as much as I thought I was going to be honest. I'm not typically like an all pink or an all red eyeshadow type of girl, but I think the eyeliner, the Pillow Talk eyeliner, really kind of saved the look for me. It gave me that depth and drama that kind of all pulled the red and pink and whatnot together. So let me know what you think about this look, and stay tuned for look 3. Here we go, look 3, here we go, woo woo. I gotta fake it till I make it, right? I do not feel well today, but we are going into the third trio, which is Dream Glow. And I think I'm gonna start things off with the center shade. This is an all shimmer trio, so we're gonna see how we go today. And I'm definitely going to start things off like yesterday with my little Beauty Junkies, what are you actually called? Pro All Over Shader, aka the teddy bear brush. And I'm gonna put this over a good part of the lid again, like yesterday, because I wanna be able to put the deepest shimmer in the outer part of the lid, in the outer V, whichever you want to call it. I'm gonna very carefully take the same brush, and look off to the side and just run whatever's left on the lower lash line. Smoke that out. Okay, I'm gonna take a little more of that shade and sort of punch things up on the lid. I definitely think that setting my paint pot is working against me in terms of the shine factor with this look. All right, let us go into this first shade in the trio. And oh, it's so pretty. It's almost, not even almost, it's kind of iridescent. Look at that. Maybe we should just go in with the phalange. I'm going to attempt not to pull this up in the crease today into the transition as I normally would. I just want a different kind of look. All right, I'm gonna pick that same shade up on a flat eyeshadow brush. It's just a little chunky. I don't know if you can see that, but all the more reason to give her a little spritz and see how we go. That definitely punched up the shine factor, but I also think it enhanced texture, and possibly texture that I don't really have. Sometimes chunky, flaky shadows will do that. I'm gonna take this little pencil brush from Sonia Kashuk, and we're going to go into the last and allegedly deepest purple in this trio. And just work on the outer corner with this, maybe? And then just a tad on the lower lash line. Wow, we got smoky in a hurry, didn't we? Last step, I'm going to take this little duo fiber blending brush and I'm going to just blend the edges a little bit. I do really like how structured this look kind of is, so I'm not going to go too crazy blending, but I do want to soften it a little. And last step, we're going to go in with our Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Superstar Glow Highlighter. And I'm going to put a little of this on the very inner part of the lid, just because this kind of has a smoothing effect. And since we got a little textured with the spray. All right, this is all she wrote. I'm gonna pop off of here, do some mascara, and I will be back for our third Charlotte Tilbury lipstick. All right, we're back, and this is the eyes done. I finished off with my Milk Makeup Kush Mascara, and then I lined my lips with the Milani Understatement Lip Liner in the shade Nude Entrance, and today's Charlotte Tilbury lip is Very Victoria. This is definitely one of my all-time favorite nudes in my collection. And I definitely think that this goes with the purple eye look. Excuse the hair, it wasn't dry. Let's be real, I don't feel good, and this is what my hair is gonna look like in about 30 seconds anyways, so we just skipped the middle step. But what do you guys think? I really love today's look. I will say the one shade, the first shade in the Dream Trio here, is a little bit flaky, especially if you apply it wet. So I don't recommend that, but it would be beautiful over a glitter glue. Maybe we'll try glitter glue tomorrow. I will take it out now and put it on the palette so we don't forget, or so I don't forget. And I will see you guys for tomorrow. Welcome to the last look with the Charlotte Tilbury Bejewelled Eyes to Hypnotise palette. But before we get into that, I wanted to talk a little bit about the highlighter. I did pick this up as well. This is the Hollywood Superstar Glow Highlighter, the ultimate face and body highlighter for soft focus glow. We have this beautiful embossing, which I hope lasts forever, and know that it won't. Now, I am wearing some of the Flawless filter today, so that might obstruct some of the visual for this or make it look a little bit different. That's poor planning on my part, and I apologize, but I can still demonstrate it for you and give you my thoughts at the end of the video. And we're just going to apply this. I think this is a really, really nice formula. Actually, I'll just review it for you now. This is a beautiful formula. It does not enhance texture in my experience. Look at that. Oh, buddy. And this is such a soft formula, and I do think I mentioned in a couple of the looks when I use this as an inner corner highlight that this has like a smoothing effect to your skin, which is absolutely amazing to me. And it's a really nice, flattering color. It's quite universal in the types of looks that you could pair this with. So it actually looks like, here is the swatch, but this is definitely like a very light gold and peach and nude. Like it's gorgeous. You know, it's expensive and it is considered limited edition at this point, though I hope she decides to add it to the permanent line. It's beautiful packaging. This one also can be popped out on the back. I don't know why you would ever need that. Holy crap, look at the nose. So anywho, let's get into the last trio of the palette. Eyeballs are primed already. And we're going to be working with the Seduce Glow trio today. This is a nice bronzy trio, and I love a bronze eye look. However, I'm not a silly girl, and I do want a transition, so we're going to use this matte shade from the Happy Glow trio. I might try a halo eye. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Definitely going to need to swatch the shimmers. Okay, now just going in with the same color and a smaller brush. I want to add a little bit of a concentrated amount in the crease, and this will give a nice base for the deeper brown matte that we're going to go into next to blend with. All right, now that things are warm and toasty, we're going to go into the middle shade here in the Seduce Glow trio. And I'm going to pick this up on kind of a flat but dense shadow brush and start placing this on the outer corner. Inner corner, I go in with just the tiniest bit of shadow. In fact, that's probably enough because I don't want to close off the eye, but I do want to give the halo effect. So I'm going to go ahead and put this last shade in the palette and in the trio and over most of my lid, trying to leave a little bit of the, you know, mattes showing. And I'm bringing that all the way up into the crease, and then when I blend, hopefully that will go up into the crease as well. So I'm going to take my NYX glitter glue today and see if it helps punch up the halo. Picking up the first shade in the trio, the lighter of the two, and I'm going to press this on the glitter glue. Now I do like to place my halo in line with the pupil of my eye, so I kind of placed the glue in that area. As a last step before we do the lower lash line, I just want to try and see what the highlighter would look like. And this is going to be like the halo on the halo, so to speak. So I'm just going to keep it down low, very central, and, you know, closest to the upper lash line. We just have that pop of shine. While we're at it and have the highlight, I'm going to put this on the inner corner. I love a shimmer on the lower lash line, so we're gonna go bold and take the last shade in the palette again, that beautiful, rich, chocolatey brown. But I'm using this very pointy pencil brush because I really want it on the lash line, like practically in the waterline. All right, I think that's all for the eyes. I'm gonna pop off and do liner, mascara, a lip, maybe not a lip, I don't know. All right, we're back. I finished off the eyes with a little Wet n Wild Summer Brown now, and my Pixie Eye Bright liner on the lower inner rim, just to wake things up a little bit. And then I used my Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect mascara only on the top, because this is a heavier look already, and I just don't like a lot on the lower lash line right now. And then I have the Milani Understatement lip liner in the shade Nude Entrance already lining my lips. And our last Charlotte Tilbury lip for this video is going to be the Hot Lips 2 in the shade Glowing Gin. This is just a beautiful rosy shade, and my daughter bought this one for me, so it's very special. And I will also say that I did also add a little bit of this to the apples of my cheek as a cream blush, just to kind of tie everything in. And the Hot Lips 2 formula, for anybody that doesn't know, is more of a cream formula versus the Matte Revolution of all the other lipsticks that I have, which is matte but super comfortable. So let's go ahead and review this really quickly, give you my thoughts, and I'm going to start with the highlighter. This is beautiful. I'm really glad I went ahead and picked this up. I really debated, just because it's so big, it's so expensive, but I do think this is a highlighter that I will actually get a ton of use out of. It kind of looks and even feels in the, you know, to the touch like an eyeshadow. And typically I don't like that kind of a highlight. We're talking Becca and things like that. And this was totally different. It's creamy, but it's also dry. It has a little bit of kick up in the pan when you put your brush in. And for whatever reason, that combination is just beautiful. I love the glow. And it is kind of glossy as well. So, and I'm really into that right now, because that just looks like good, healthy skin. Love the packaging, obviously. Do I think that this is worth $55? To me, yes. Because it's very rare that I find a highlighter that I am crazy about, that I love, and that is very just perfect in my book in terms of all the qualities that I look for in a highlighter, which would be semi-natural, good for my skin most of the year in terms of shade, not too stripey, if that makes sense, more of a gloss or a gleam to the skin. And, you know, this is it. This definitely falls in that category. I love it. I can't say that you need to go out and spend $55 on a massive highlighter, but I'm glad in the long run that I did go ahead and pick it up. Let's talk the palette though. Again, A+ for packaging. Last year's packaging was really beautiful as well, if you want a comparison. And then I'll give you a quick comparison look at the shades. And that's what you got. This is last year's, and that is this year's, of course. And I honestly think these are going to complement each other very, very much. You do have some similarity with the Happy Glow quads, but I will say that this year's is quite a bit more orangey, coppery, where this is definitely more true gold. Same with the pinks here. This is definitely more on the really warm, pinky, peachy side, where this is like true ruby, red, pink, that kind of thing. And then of course you got green and blue over here, and purple and brown over here. And I cannot wait to mix these. I love her formula. It's ultra easy to blend. It's very, very flattering on the eyelids, especially if you have aging, you know, dry or textured eyelids. I think these are really phenomenal for that. And I just love her color story as well. I think my favorite trio is definitely the purple one in here. And you guys are always asking me to wear more purple eyeshadow, so stay tuned for that. To me, again, is this worth $75? Is this worth $75? Absolutely, because these are everyday staples for me. I want a highlighter that I can just reach for and know that's gonna, you know, match any look on my eyeballs. And I love reaching for these because it takes the guesswork out. It's not which eyeshadows of the 12 am I going to use. It's, you know, which trio do I want to work with today. I really hate to encourage anyone when it comes to luxury makeup. For me, it's a real treat. It's a real blessing. It's one of the ways that my husband spoils me. Jeez, Misty. I miss my hubby. He's been gone. He's been in Mexico for 3 weeks for work, and I miss him terribly. So yeah, I have a real problem recommending luxury makeup for you. Now, if this is within your budget and you were thinking about purchasing it anyways and you want to know if I give it my stamp of approval or not, absolutely. I didn't think there was a single dead shade in the palette. They all performed beautifully, absolutely beautifully. But other than that, do you need these palettes? No. These are not revolutionary shades or shadows, but they are really beautiful and they are really good, and I love the way that they are presented in these trios. Hopefully that is helpful to you in some way, shape, or form, or if nothing else, I hope you enjoyed seeing these looks and the different lipsticks that I chose to pair with them. And with that said, I appreciate you guys watching so much today. It always means the world to me. If you haven't already, I would love it if you would like, comment, and subscribe. Share this to your friends and family on social media, and I hope all of your makeup days are absolutely beautiful makeup days, and I will see you in my next video soon.